Okay, I don't know if you can even hear me. This is why I have to test everything. Where is the comments? I'm using a paid version of Stream. Is this going to keep playing music? Hopefully it stops. Comments are here. Great. Okay, I have 2 viewers. That's great. And let's get started. Oh, it's going to start up again. Okay, turn off that music. I can play other music. I love the fact that I can play other music. Yeah, I need to figure out how to. There we go. Good morning. All right. Yeah, have the music. I don't want to play the music anymore. I just want to get started. Okay, good morning. And I have a couple of new things to show you that are pretty exciting. Of course, right when that's said, I think I hear a delivery truck pulling up. No? Okay, good. I got delivery trucks. Whoops. What is going on back here? All right. All right. So let's turn off that video here, and I'll probably never use this again. This is so dumb. The movie player, that was just, oh, forget it. So irritating. And you want it to look nice, and I finally paid StreamYard, so the music is going to be perfect. Oh, now you know what else I forgot, which I'm gonna need very quickly, is a fan. Where's my fan? Just want to get a little air circulation going on around here. Sorry about that. And then we'll talk about some really crazy discoveries. Maybe Bernie will come in. Bernie, I don't know if Bernie's here now in the chat. Let's check out the comments. All right. Where's the comments? All right. You can comment if you want to. Now, what we're taking a look at here is, of course, Shiprock. Bernie just went to Shiprock, and he might join us. Just going to turn this down a little bit. There you go. I wonder if you can hear that fan. Okay, I got everything set up, so here we go. First thing is I'll introduce what you're looking at in a second. If you don't know Shiprock, then you don't know my channel. Please subscribe, share the video, give me a thumbs up. I could definitely use the thumbs up. Let's see if I can see view on YouTube. Boom. Oh, wait. Well, who's this? Who's this? Hello? Who is this? Okay, I'm in the middle of a meeting. All right. There we go. Yeah. Good evening. Heidi's patch notes. Why didn't that show up over in the StreamYard? There it is. Hi there, Heidi. Thank you for joining me. Okay, that's working fine. We'll just it sounds like it's, maybe I could be a little louder. I don't know. How big was my volume just now? Oh, it's really low. I think my volume's fine. So hi, Heidi. Thank you for joining. Patch notes. What do you do? Let's remove that before I forget, and let's get started. I do have a lot of things to say about this topic over here, what you're looking at, and I'm going to get my face out of here in a second. I don't want to keep my face in the whole time. As you can see, we've got a very similar thing here. Shiprock has 3 walls that come out from it. I think it was to hold water. I don't believe that it was a natural formation at all. If you know me, thank you, Heidi. The sound is important, and I'm going to keep the microphone where it's at. If you look at this thing, if you don't know the modern day mine that I've shown many times, I can always go to Google Earth, and let me try to do that for you right now, just because I want to test how everything's handled. I'm paying full price for all this, the what do you call it? The internet, so expensive. So as you zoom into Lesotho, South Africa contains 2 countries that are landlocked. Lesotho is one of them. The other one, Eswatini, has borders with other countries. You have a diamond mine in Lesotho. And these diamond mines have basically a couple of elements that are pretty typical. And when you look at modern day stuff and you compare it to the ancient stuff, you can find similarities. For example, what you see here is the strip mines. There's 2 of them. There's water at the bottom for some reason. I guess it rains. and they can't get it out. Over here, they've got these leaching ponds or settling ponds or whatever you want to call them. And you can see they process the material right on the shore there. And over here, you can see that they are doing other processing and refining of this material. What order? I don't know. What goes where? I assume that this nasty looking one has, I don't know. Okay, and there's one more thing that you get when you look at modern day mines, and that's their dumps. They've created a new mountain out of dumps here, haven't they? A new mountain indeed. So these little dumps, you've got these little dimples, these little tiny mounds. Those are a dump truck load of material getting dumped. It's overburdened, possibly, maybe not. Is it processed materials? I think so. I don't think it's overburdened. Is it mine tailings at all? I don't think so. They're looking for diamonds. So interesting. Okay, so that's a diamond mine. Now go back to this old thing that I found. And I've had this picture in my portfolio for years. An ancient diamond. Okay, let me get control of my StreamYard. Make sure. All right, here we are. Let me get this picture finished. Now, as you can see, I found this. It says near South Africa. I think this is actually in South Africa. If I'm wrong, it's in Lesotho, the same as this. They're in the same country. I just didn't want to say Lesotho. Okay, this is near South Africa because it's in Lesotho, and an ancient mine near South Africa. Maybe it's in South Africa. Maybe it's in Lesotho. It's not other places. That's a house right there. So let's see here. Got a little message. I'm just seeing if Bernie or Tyrone are going to join. Okay, that's Walmart. It says that my item should arrive today. Fine, great. So that's why I'm worried about the truck. Okay, yeah, shipping. The new way of things. Like Walmart didn't do this a year ago, did it? Maybe a year ago. I don't know. There's some changes that Walmart just started doing to compete with Amazon. Okay, let's get back into this. So I mentioned the leaching tanks. I lost a couple of viewers because of my hesitancy to stay on topic. I'm down to 2 right now. Please give me a like before you leave. Try to share this. These leaching tanks, modern day, I do believe that we've got a bunch of what they say are religious, they say are astrological. I believe that they were processing materials in all over the world. And so whenever I find any type of thing, I got this from a Mined Earth. So those are in New Mexico, right? Is that Santa Fe? I'm sorry, is that New Mexico? Down on the bottom right. I'm not sure. Comment if you know. Those could be ancient kivas. They've got drains. Okay, they talk about how those were homes. I don't think so. Religious. Why would you get into a pit like that to live and to also to worship? I don't think you would do that. Now, alignment. Why would you do that under a cliff? I just don't see it. So I think those things, they could have been something other than gold processing. Before I can continue, I want to talk about kind of the order of how things happen for me. 2018, right? That's when Jimmy pointed out Herodotus' connection to the Richat structure. And that's when also I think I lost my full-time job and was down to part-time jobs. So I had a lot of time to do Google Earthing. I started Google Earthing in 2008 more than anything. I did it a long time ago. But when I started doing this after the Atlantis connection to the Richat structure was brought to our attention, that's when I really started to focus on the Sahara Desert more. And we find these, I would say they're transport roads, okay, going through the Sahara Desert everywhere. A lot, especially up north in Algeria. This one, I can't remember exactly where it is. If you notice, and this is coffee, I have other drinks here, some water, and if I really need some sugar, this coffee has no sugar in it. It's just totally black. So this junction right here to me really points out, let me get out of there and focus just on the picture. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. All right. So as you can see, and I don't have any way to zoom in as far as let me get rid of that. I hate that. That's stupid. I just put that up for the intro. Let's get that out of there. All right. Back to the comments. Heidi's batch notes. The pic from before is from Mesa Verde, I think. Okay. And is that in New Mexico, I believe? Mesa Verde is, I believe, in New Mexico. It could be wrong. I've actually never been there. I do want to get there. That was this picture. Since we have a live audience, she's talking about this picture down here being Mesa Verde. I'll just do a quick search. Mesa Verde. Okay, yep, there you go. And that is a national park in Colorado. Okay, I did not know that. Let me just pull that up real quick. And the reason why I thought it was New Mexico is because of the other things I had seen. Got to get there. I got to go there. Okay, so yeah, I should have gone there already. Let's thank you so much for that, Heidi. Okay, let's get back to this. I just want to show you these lines in the Sahara. They're going under sand dunes that are 1,000 feet tall. So they're not anything recent. Those sand dunes are at least how old, right? When did the Sahara turn to a desert? We always hear about when it was green. Well, we know it went to a desert twice in the last 10,000 years. But these sand dunes, I mean, they don't just disappear. When were they created the first time? And whatever is underneath that is much older, 50 feet wide approximately. There's a few others. Oops, I got to get rid of that. Thank you, Heidi. And then I got to click back over here. Now, this one right here, these two ridges, they're farther apart. If you look, that's a 200 mile. So this is like I would say 10 miles apart right there. So that's not the same thing. This is something different. Actually, I probably should have put that elsewhere. I'm looking at these right now. These are about like 50 to 100 feet wide, and they're all over the Sahara Desert. You can see down in the bottom corner, if you have your high res on, I got this on 1080p, and you can see down there the coordinates, and even the little globe shows that's almost near the Richat, whatever this is right here. Let's go back up and look at the one before it. This one has it also in probably Algeria. This one is showing it like Algeria area. This one the same. This one, it doesn't have it for some reason. I think that was something that was added recently, that little globe, but I took this picture years ago. So maybe they removed this globe. Yeah, see, it's not here. I don't remember when I took that. All right. So you can see this is mostly the Sahara Desert in the Western Sahara. Right there, again, Western Sahara. And this is not right next to the Richat Structure. This is out in the middle of the open Sahara, between these big, giant striations of sand dunes. Tuadini, that is in Mali, and that has got an ancient salt mine and prison. It's not that ancient, actually. Actually, that prison is not that old. It's like under 100 years old. So, yeah, you got sent to that prison. It sucked. Now, right below it, I found this line here. This is 94 miles long. So these aren't just these short little striations. And then, of course, I always talk about Anthony Tunstall, who pointed out what's going on down in South Africa to me. And immediately I started finding these, and they were more intelligent. Like this last one, I think is pretty that's not a very straight line. What's going on? That's not the I-10, is it? Is the I-10 freeway, which is a lot longer than 94 miles, are the chunks of 100-mile long lines straighter than that? I think they are. So somebody deliberately doing a transport road. I can't remember. I got to go in there and look at it one more time if that's more of a raised canal thing. Like these things here, some of them look like raised canals. That thing is two ridges. So I think that had maybe water direction intention. That's 50 feet wide. And is that a raised canal, or is it just a transport road? These things, like right there, that thing, don't tell me that's natural, please. And is that a raised canal or a transport road? It's a very long, that's over a kilometer right there wide, that picture. If you look it down below, that's 200 meters. So it's not like it's this short thing. And the way it junctions proves to me it's not natural. It's deliberately placed. Okay, so we're gonna move on. I want to get through this. I want to get to the main thumbnail of this video. But South Africa is where I started seeing things that were intelligently designed. Okay, this one right here, I got a lot of shots of that, so you can see it. And there's one kind of 3D shot. How it kind of transports up. Is that a road they created that goes up to that higher escarpment up there on the top right? Down in the bottom, you can see it's almost a straight line, like they were creating a 90-degree corner here. Let's go back up here. It's not really 90 degrees, is it? What is the angle? Dang, I didn't get my protractor. I got to put a protractor on my shopping list right now so I can stick it on the screen right here and look at that and figure out what the angle is right there. Because honestly, to me, that just is looks like what is that? I mean, if it were straight perpendicular, that would be 90 degrees, right? So it looks like it's about 65 degrees from zero. All right. Anyways, now my chair is squeaking. Okay, let's move on past this. There's other lines in South Africa. I'll just go through them. I've talked about them enough. You can always go back into my old videos and take a look at these. This one right here is kind of special, especially that coloration on the left. But I won't get into that. This is also, I had to look this up. It's down in the middle of South Africa. You know, I found these recently in South Africa. Let me show you one thing about South Africa with Google Earth real quick. Okay, so where are we here? This is, where were we when we left? Oh yeah, the diamond mine. That's Lesotho. You almost don't need the borders on to see the edge of Lesotho. Why is it like that? You can literally see the country's border. I think down here in the right corner, it's not so perfect. But this is literally the edge of Lesotho. I want to go down here. Now, that picture that I just showed you is from about here. And earlier I had to, I think it's right down here. And earlier I had to check that because, no, that wasn't it. I wanted to make sure what I was showing you was South Africa. Now, let's just take a look at this thing here. If you go into South Africa on Google Earth and you zoom into this, obviously it's a convergence, right? Two rivers come together. Two rivers come together, just like the Colorado River and the Green River up in Utah in the Canyonlands. That whole area looks like, wait a minute, where's the river? Is there even a river anymore? I see trees. I see big rocks right there, but I don't see any water anymore. Obviously, it's not dried up. There's going to be a flood that makes that a river again, but it's not an everyday river. So it's not modern day. It's dried up over here too. But you can see that this was a very big thing going on in South Africa, right? So let's just follow the river. I don't know if there's any live river at all anymore. There's a lot of lines that obviously somebody was doing something, canals. Oh, there's the water. Okay, we got water. We got water. Where did the water go? Sometimes during the scans won't show the exact same, season or period of time. So when you get down here, it's a different scan. I don't see any water. Okay, well, I won't worry about that. I wanted to show you the ancient damming that you can find way up here at the top of the river. And it doesn't matter. Look at this line right here. Now you're going to say, no, that's a mountain. Okay, that's a very skinny mountain that goes across the water right there. And it just turns and goes straight up and actually directs the water. There's a lot of stuff going on up here too. It's easy to find this stuff. You can go over to this other river, ancient dried up Paleo River. And again, you find that same structure. So it's like this mountain made its way. Okay, let's back out. Let's do this. I love my topographic. We'll just open up the CalTopo real quick and look at this. Let's close that. Easy stuff to find, right? Easy stuff to find. So using the CalTopo that was given to me by Jason Austin. Until then, I was using that other one. Okay, so here we are. Where's the river? Okay, we know it's right there. So when we zoom in here, we can see. Okay, actually, I'm not seeing what I thought I was going to see. Let's go back to Google Earth. Okay, that's basically it. Let's just zoom out and kind of catch it. That little horn is the bottom. And up here where they call that the Great Escarpment, but to me, it looks like chaotic chaos. Okay. Where's the river? One thing we can do with this is we can turn on the map sheet and we can grab it, share it. Where is it? Map builder overlay, and we can kind of give it. No? Where's the map sheet? No map sheets in view. Okay, I don't get this. Let's close that. What's going on here? Weird. Okay, I don't get what happened. Stacked base layer. What I used to be able to do this, but I don't want to waste time. I just want to say that where are those weird structures that we're doing? Because I mean, here we can. Okay, let's just go in and look with the 3D in Google Earth, and you can see how prominent. Okay, it's not doing it. All right. So we don't know how high that mountain is, anyways. And that actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this right here and get the info and grab the coordinates of this little line right there, because that's a river for sure. And we'll go right over here and plop it in, and yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's right there, right? It's got to be. Let's see how correct I was. Yeah, see, so you can see that ridge right there, it looks a lot more natural in the topography right there to me. Now, I don't believe this is natural at all. I believe this stuff was manipulated somehow. It's crazy in South Africa. Just go there yourself. But unfortunately, my topographical, what's going on here? This is so weird. Things have changed. Location tracking has been denied. I don't care about that. I care about this. Okay. It's all stupid now. I used to be able to do one click. Now I've got to click like 3 times just to make it orient north. Okay, so anyways, just take a look for yourself. Now, this does look chaotic. If this is intelligently placed, it's still a little bit chaotic. I think that these ancient terraformers down here were definitely operating on a more hunter-gatherer level when it comes to whatever they were doing. I think they were manipulating water, probably for some horticulture, I should say agriculture, and some mining activity, just like Utah, I believe, same thing. Right here, we can see that where the ancient lines go across the river, you also have modern day gatherings of water, little reservoirs or whatever, sometimes dams. You can see it everywhere. Let's go back to my presentation because this ain't really doing it all justice. I can take you here. Same thing. This line was put down. Let's take another look. Make sure we got comments. Hi, Mike D. Northeast, Mike D. Northeast of the pentagram drawing in South Africa. Do you see the eye? You have to flip the map so south is up. Where is the pentagram drawing? Is this something I showed? Pentagram drawing? Let's just go back real quick. South Africa pictures all start about here. Oh, maybe that one. Okay, so South Africa pictures pretty much start right about here. And that was the first one. And I actually don't even remember where this is. I mean, we can always find it. Especially, I should remind you that Was This Atlantis, the Facebook group, Was This Atlantis? Let me just flash it so you see it. Was This Atlantis, the Facebook group that I created. I use it as a clearinghouse for all of my grabs. Later on in this video, I'm going to talk about this. This is a new find. Okay, that's why I brought up the diamond mine, an old river. Well, I'm responding to Mike, what Mike said. You can look at all the pictures that I've put. There's a lot of them that are in this presentation. These I did not include in the presentation. This one we were just looking at. So if you want to go here, you just click here. And the name of this group is facebook.com Was This Atlantis, right there. Facebook.com/Was This Atlantis. It should be in the description. And you can find any of these locations. So you said yes, there's a star. Okay, but wait, I'm still confused. Northeast of the pentagram drawing in South Africa. A drawing? No, there's no drawings, right? Okay, let's take a look at that in a second. I've grabbed this just now. I closed the Facebook page. I don't need any of my Taiwan ex-girlfriends notifying me stuff. I'm just joking. Okay, let's see here. I just don't like it when Facebook notifications pop up during my show. Okay, so as you can see, this little mess is right there. Now, regarding that pentagram you mentioned, are you talking about this? They all kind of start here. This is more of a triangle. A star. I don't know which one you're talking about. This one? No. I didn't get farther than this. So I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Mike D. I'd like to understand what you're talking about. So please maybe give me coordinates. Go into Google Earth and just grab the what you do. Where's my Google Earth? I closed Google Earth. That's weird. I don't believe I did close it. There it is right there. Okay, what you do is when you want to grab something, just like this, let's just zoom in. Boom, there's a ridge right there. You just zoom in anywhere in South Africa and you find one. And they're not as clean as the ones that are in North America. Look at this. What is that? So much to show, so much to document. Look at over here. Look at this curved ridge over here. See that curved ridge right there? This is something you don't see so much. You see a lot of it in New Mexico, but the ones that are creating mountains and circular dikes are perfectly straight. But a bunch of them, so like if I zoom in here, it's very flat looking, right? Is that a ridge or not? I don't know. But that curve to me doesn't seem so natural. Okay, so what my point is you want to share this with me, just go up and just copy that right there. I'm using earth.google.pro. No, I'm sorry, earth.google.com, right? It's a browser version. And so you just grab that and you can share it. Now, will it end up? Now, another thing you can do is right click on it and get info. And you can grab the coordinates, location, and just click the location. Now you're on your phone. Well, that's a little different. Just use the share function. Use the share screen or whatever, and just share it right in the what do you call it? Oh, did I just close my whole thing? Where's my? Okay, StreamYard. There we go. All right, now where were we? North of Fraserburg. Okay, that sounds like a good way to. I can't copy that. I gotta search it. Fraserburg. Where's Fraserburg? Why is it acting up? Fraserburg. Huh? Okay. South Africa. Town in South Africa. Thank you. See, I like to go, but we got to get back to the main point. I got to get back to showing stuff. All right, this stuff. Fraserburg. Okay. So here we are in Fraserburg, but I wasn't even over here, dude. Come on now. Okay, where's that pentagram? I'm gonna keep this window open for later. We'll get if you're talking about the shape of the ridge, I totally agree. These little mountains that you find down here, they have these thin ridges. They're totally suspect. Okay, Fraserburg. Okay, so Fraserburg, where's the rivers? Go to the rivers, you're gonna find the ridges, right? Go to where's the river? You got a little reservoir there. Okay, I got to get to the main point of this video fast. What about over here? Look at this ancient intersection right there. Okay, that's very interesting, right? Do I not see the coordinates? No, I don't see coordinates here in the comment section. Maybe if I look here in my video itself, no. What happens is it gets stuck. It gets, okay, community moderation. Yeah, it's not going to work. Yeah, it gets moderated, especially weird numbers and stuff. You have to almost, it doesn't matter. I got to keep moving here. So cancel. Let's just keep moving. Don't worry. I'll check that later. I want to see that. So we're going to find those coordinates. Type the coordinates, but add spaces between them. All right, let's get back to what I was going to show here. So South Africa's finished in my presentation. Let me just get back to my presentation so I can show you what I talked about in the thumbnail. Yes, these curves, that's the last one of South Africa. These curves are found here. Look at this curve up here at South Africa. I just showed you that. But down below, you follow the river and you see these damming bridges or dams. And you can see they even have water in them in modern day. I don't believe these are modern day dams at all. And some of these, modern day is a lot smaller. Okay, now we're almost getting to the next part, New Mexico. I went to the 12-mile long parallel dikes called Pie Town. But recently, because of this brand new Colorado dam, I've started to recheck everything here. And oh my God, what I discovered was that they build their dam exactly like this thing is built. Now, if you don't know what this is, okay, this is one in New Mexico. Sorry, I'm getting a little off track. I'm following my presentation, and you can see New Mexico. I'm pretty close. You can see this one is Colorado, or oh no, that says Pie Town. So, okay, this is a weird capture of one of my Pie Town dikes. And what you see is the controlling of the river on the entire continental divide gets controlled by this. Okay, this is Colorado. I can't remember the name of this. It's the north-south wall. Oh, I forgot to add a slide to that. This is New Mexico, and you can see that one that I showed you already over here, the curved one. And then over here, you've got this other one. And they're all along the rivers, and these rivers are kind of dry now. So they were ancient damming. This is in Colorado. Okay, just north. Okay, this is Spanish Peaks, is down here to the southwest. So this is northeast of the Spanish Peaks, and I went there. Highly sus. It looks like it's going up and over it, but it's not. It's actually junctioning. It's rising up and junctioning. On this side, I believe they wanted to let water go through there. Oops, wrong way. So these ridges and how they're built, I always had like, okay, to me, these are all in the Spanish Peaks. And I have a new theory now about why they're there. They never made sense to me. Down south of Spanish Peaks, it's very long ones, about 13 miles long. And the rock wall, that was the name I was trying to remember. The rock wall, it was back here. That's the rock wall right there. And that's, if you can see Spanish Peaks in the distance. So the rock wall is part of this complex. And the rock wall is actually quite prominent. And it goes up and over these mountains. So don't tell me it's erosion. Don't tell me that it's a magmatic dike. The Willow Creek Pass, now I went there and I discovered it because I was driving through. That has two dikes that control the watersheds of the United States. The Continental Divide is right there. And how did I find it out? I drove there and I saw the sign and I took a picture of it. And I'm like, man, I was just down in New Mexico interviewing hikers that were hiking the Continental Divide, 3,000 miles to Canada. At the time, I didn't realize that these walls that I've been researching. Sorry, Mike, I'm looking at your comment, but I'm going to keep going here. I'll look at that later. That's why I put it right there in the video, because I sometimes have a hard time finding the live stream comments later on. I will look at that later. Okay, so Continental Divide, we're seeing it in many places where we have these things. This one is the same one, okay, here's the name of the place, Willow Creek Pass. And that sign is right here. And the Continental Divide is right there. But you've got one dike that goes up to this mountaintop. And you've got another dike that goes up to this mountaintop. Then you've also got this other dike coming down the mountain here. Actually, this is where I saw, it's actually a different river right here. It's a different river because it's on the other side of the Continental Divide, but there's a river right there. And so you couldn't cross it to see it. I don't have those pictures here. Again, you can see where it comes down to the road. What's that name of that road? 125. That's a good picture. This picture, I should remove this one, but it's the same place. And that comes from the top of the mountain, goes down, and that's where you see the prominent wall sticking out. You're like, what the heck is that? Then there's two more over here. So I got pictures of those. They're on my channel. Down here, there's, oh, I didn't put in the other one. Maybe I did. No. Okay, so we're going north, but this one right here. Okay, I'm gonna just go live with the where's my Google Earth right now, because I failed to include it. There's the one for you, Mike D, and I'll keep that open for later. This one, let's zoom out and get out of South Africa and go to North America, because I want to show you these things live. Now, wait a minute. Can I find it now? Now I'm nervous. Another thing that really pisses me off is the scroll wheel on the mouse. It's so slippery. I can't control it. I'm actually trying to find something that's tacky, maybe a sticky drink. Let me try that. Something that's tacky so that I can control this wheel. Okay, got it. All right, let me get in there. All right, where were we? What were we up to? Now I totally forgot what I was doing. Let's get rid of this one over here. Oh, yeah, I was going to show you what I forgot to add, which is over here. Now, we're looking at Fort over here on the right. What's the name of the city? It's in not Denver. This isn't Denver, right? This is Fort. What's the name of that military fort name north of Denver? Why can I not see? Let me just find it real quick. Exploration, everything. What is the name of the city? Oh, that is Denver. Okay, so the place I want to go is up here a little bit. Fort Collins. Now, as we go to Fort Collins, we can find Rand, and that's kind of near Radial Mountain. That's the place that I was talking about. And we're going to zoom in and go and look at the little man right there, and we can see it for ourselves live, okay? So there you go. There's the one that caught my attention, right? And what I didn't know, yeah, I did know it because I already knew that these things have them on both sides of the road. So I could have hiked up to this one if I wanted to, but I wasn't really in the mood. I was headed up to the headwaters of the Colorado River, and I wasn't ready to start hiking randomly. I didn't realize that there's a really good hiking path around here. So I might go there again and take the hike. But when you get up here to these parallel lines, and when I say parallel, take it with a grain of salt, please. This one is quite big. I did stop here and got a video. One of the things that I should have done was to check to see if I didn't even grab any samples. Maybe some small ones, but I don't know where they are. This is now blocked off. Yeah, this one's ginormous. This one is ginormous. We got to move a little bit so we can see it. It's so big. It's almost as big as the Devil's Stair Steps, in my opinion, which are pretty dang big and impressive. When you look at this one, though, you say to yourself, how would the mountain have eroded away from that and still been the mountain shape it is now today? I don't believe that it did erode away. All right, let's see if we can see the other side of it real quick, and then we'll get out of here. And we're going to look at this new dam. So what I forgot to mention, and yeah, this is not going to be an easy video to summarize quickly, but what I forgot to mention is all of these spines that you see, they have shoulders as well. And the shoulders are not the same material. Where's my comments? The shoulders are different material. All right, let me just organize my little screen here and close stuff. Get rid of that. We can get rid of that. Yes, leave it. Yes. Because if we look at the original thumbnail of this video, I haven't even really begun to talk about it at all. And the reason why is because I didn't prioritize it in my presentation. All right. Oh, yeah. And the last thing I wanted to show you, this is the reason why I brought you here, was over here. Okay, we're going to zoom out and find it. Okay, over here. Yes, I think. Okay, I got to get rid of all this stuff. Oh, get rid of the little man. Let's do that. Okay, so here we've got this, and then, okay, it's hard for me to find. As I just showed you, we've got the Continental Divide right over there along the 125, which is near Rand, which is just west of Fort Collins. So there's Rand right there, and south of it a little bit, right? Where's the dikes that I just showed you? We got to find the 125. I'm totally lost now. Where? Oh, it's got to be right there. Why am I lost? Okay, let's go back to Rand. It's right there. Sorry, guys. Just a little bit of a brain fart here. So how did I get there? I was driving on the 70, and I took the 70 to the 40, I believe. Oh, later I came down the 40. Man, why did I get so lost just now? Where I saw Rand, right? Walden, Rand, right there. Walden. Okay. So where's the 125? There's Rand. Why did I get lost? And why am I going through this right now? Because, okay, Radial Mountain right there. Radial Mountain. Is that it? There it is. Oh, I'm not north. That's what's happening. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the problem. All right. Okay, there you go. So, as you can see, we've got Fort Collins out there in the plains off the Rocky Mountains start here. And then you've got stupid mouse. I got to get a new mouse or something. We've got this little place right here, Radial Mountain. That's right what I showed you just now. And then we can go over here a little bit, past Haystack Mountain, and we find this other thing that I failed to prepare for you today. It was somewhere, it was another weird-looking structure. Sheep Mountain? Is it Sheep Mountain? No. And it had all these dikes, and it was also, believe it or not, part of the Continental Divide. Oh, I'm about to give up. Okay, where were we? So there's Radial Mountain right there. And then we go this way. And so what it is sometimes the scan's changed. And so it's like I can't find it anymore because of this changed scan. And I really like to be thorough and give all the information too. And anyways, there's another weird dike formation over here, and now I'm totally lost and can't find it. All right, let's keep going with the presentation. This is also part of that. Where's Ash Mountain? Where's Ash Mountain? This is also part of that. So that's okay. Now we're moving on to Sage Wall right here. I went there, and that's why I put this. So we're going north, and what I'm trying to prove now is that even up here north of Sage Wall in Montana, we've got these dikes. And I failed to load the pictures. And down here, we've got this mountain. There's a bunch of stuff. I guess I can use this to show it to you. Okay. We're still in South Africa. We're going to go to North America. And I'm going to show you this area in Montana. Okay, it's not hard to find. Now, Sage Wall is hard to find. I think it's right about here. But north of Sage Wall, we've got actually a bunch of stuff. Up here, you've got these three mountains. And I just consider this highly sus. Highly sus. Because of the formation of these three mountains. Okay? And yes, I'm writing a book called The Mountain Builders. And when you see circular dikes like this, with the linear dikes connecting to them, and then you also have this mountain over here, and I thought to myself, oh, well, at least we have a normal mountain here, right? No, we don't have a normal mountain here. These things have all sorts of these. Now, these types of magmatic dikes, I think, had a certain purpose, and it was to build mountains. The other ones I've been showing you are to direct water. And if we go down to back down to Spanish Peaks, which is hard to find, I think it's right over here. Right there. Is that it right there? Yes, I got lucky. We can take a look at all these structures I've been showing you this whole time. The crisscross dikes, the straight ones up here. I showed you those in a slide, but I showed you these down here, the super long ones. And here's that, what's the name of that one wall that I forgot the name already again? And then the mountains itself, you zoom in and you start to see these so-called magmatic dikes. Were they actually building this mountain? This is the Devil's Stair Step, very famous, very beautiful. I can show that to you very easily. But hello all. Nice to see a few comments, and thank you for the thumbs ups and the shares as well. This is the north-south dike. It's right north of the, you've got two peaks here. You've got the eastern peak, you've got the western peak. And you kind of see that pattern happening with these so-called intelligent mountains, where there's two peaks, they get snow caps, they gather water, and then you've got these dams down below directing that water to different directions and stuff. So I kind of feel like somebody was building mountains, and that's where my new theory comes in. Let's get through this. By the way, this is here. It's in a bad spot, but it's Idaho. I just discovered this live on the air with Tyrone, who was supposed to be in this stream. I don't know what happened to Tyrone. And also Bernie, he was going to join in. Let's see if he's messaged me yet. I think it's too late for Tyrone because he's got stuff to do. Yeah, Bernie, come on in. Come in. All right. Yeah, perfect timing. I got to figure out how to let him in. I just got to figure out how to let him in. All right. We're going to talk about this with Bernie. Let's and we're going to talk about something else with Bernie as well. Yeah, exactly. See, I knew it. Let me just put the space right here to remind myself. How do I let Bernie in? How do I let him in? Is he trying to get in yet? Anybody know how to use StreamYard? Let's see here. People. All right. It's just me, one person on the stage. He's probably not going to join yet. I'm waiting for you to get to, I'm going to tell him, I'm waiting for you to enter to talk about two things. So I'm just going to finish my boring presentation and then I'm going to skip it. So, yeah. And he's going there. He's going to go to he's going to Montana. So we got to talk about Montana. Look, guys, the topographical map is really good. Let's just, let me see if I can invite him again or something. Invite guest, copy, email. Well, that's not going to work. I don't want to do that. I copied it. Let me just see if I can message him using. He's probably making sure he's got his hair combed. Come on in. And let's see if we can still get any chance we're going to get Tyrone in here. Come on in. Okay, wait, he already has it. Okay, let's get back to work. Sorry, guys. I'm going to see, I'm I'm mumbling here to you, and I'm so sorry about that. Okay. You're looking at Newark Earthworks in Newark, Ohio. If you don't know about that, I learned about this from Randall Carlson, Graham Hancock. A couple of weird structures. Now, one thing I want to say about this from the topography is that these lines are still so perfect. I guess it's a LiDAR because there are trees in the way. So they must have LiDAR'd it. I don't know. Comments. Let's see. New comment. Heidi's patch notes. I almost should just put it right here in the comments section, the link. But that means that other people would try to join in. I'm not ready to do that yet. Okay, let's continue. Next one. This is just showing you how good this earthwork was. It's so perfect. I mean, I don't know when that was really built, and I don't know the material it was built with, but honestly, it's a lot straighter than any of the ridges that I've shown you. And in some cases, it's a little bit wider. Look at 50 meters down at the bottom left means that thing is about 10 meters wide, maybe 5 meters wide, but very perfect. Hard to believe. And look at the things down here that got cut off by the modern day suburbia. I'm going to try to see if I can copy invite link, share this link to bring guests on live in. Waiting for you, Bernie. Come on in. Okay, but I do want to keep the comments. Bernie, comment when you are ready to come in if you don't have the link, because I might not see that you're waiting to get to the stage. I don't know how this works. I'm going to maximize this just in case there's something not showing. Anyways, as you can see down here, we've got this little ring, and there's like this little entry point in that ring. Over here, we've got a couple of other perfect ridges that just got cut off by the roads. Makes you wonder what those structures were. And then there's some other things over here. I'm not really here to talk about that, and that's not as old, but I do believe that this is probably more new, more recent than any of the stuff I've shown you already. Now, primordial mounds in the middles of valleys. We've talked about this, and a couple things I want to say is this one on the left, that one there is in California, in the middle of the Central Valley in California. I think it's super old. I think it was placed there deliberately. This one is in Australia. We did some videos, talked about this. And the last one here is in Utah, near Arches. Whoops. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. I like that. But comments, I want to be able to see them. Okay. Now, the thing about this one near Arches, near the city of, I'm sorry, what, I should know this. What is the name of the city that, from the Bible? The Promised Land city name. Come on, somebody can type that before I have to go look for it in Utah. The Promised Land is in Utah is what? It's the city that's right by Arches, right by Canyonlands, right by, where was that? Where's that? Okay, I'm using the, I'll just show you my map since nobody gave me the answer. And if you zoom into Utah, right? Oh, Moab. See, my brain, the way it works. Moab. Moab is right. Where is Moab? It's right here, Moab. And then that valley, Castle Valley, I see it. There's the mound right there. We're going to talk about Castle Valley a little bit. Okay. And Castle Valley, if you back out a little bit, you see that Castle Valley may have been a lot longer than it used to be. See that over there? Doesn't that look like it could have been part of Castle Valley? We also have this other valley. Now, others, I call them strip mining almost, occurred over here on the left off this picture. I don't have it on here. Why? Because I'm trying to show Castle Valley and its possible continuation over here. But what's on top of it? Oh, 3 little mountains. Is it possible that these 3 mountains were created? They all have snow caps. Let's see what's going on here. I'm looking at messages. Uh-oh. Walmart? I don't want Walmart. Nope. Okay, getting through this theory of mine. Is it possible that these mountains are created to hit the clouds, to gather water, to create water for the environment? You're seeing that everywhere. You're seeing all sorts of stuff. This is Argentina. This is actually in South America as well. Now, I'm not sure if that's Peru. I found that, and I thought it looked like it was placed on top of the landscape. This is in Australia. Okay. This is also Australia. You can see the globe down at the bottom corner, approximately where. It's beginning to look like artwork. It's beginning to look like a painting that I might paint a tree or something. Back to Africa. These ridges, these control walls going across water, dried water, looking like they're deliberately placed, are all over. Okay, now you're going to be like, well, David, you didn't get to the modern day explanation. I don't see Bernie, and I'm about to hit it. So we're going to get into the modern day explanation. This is Zimbabwe, if I'm not mistaken. And to me, it just looks like they deliberately, I mean, come on, that's a Z, right? You can see there's a deliberate angle, a straight line going across this river. And we also have this ridge making a north-south control. We've got a river here. We've got a river over here. We've got breaches, maybe ancient breaches, but you've got that line going east-west, cutting back down, going across, and getting over here, and then cut. Looks like they cut back again and made another line here. We've also got a north-south control line there. So these, oh, this one, you know why I need to start looking at this one? This is actually in, I think, Mauritania or Morocco. And the reason why I think this is important is because if you know my trip to the Richat Structure, you know that I visited the bisected mounds. And now here I'm looking at this one and I'm seeing a possible bisected mound, and I don't know where this is. I totally forgot. So I'm going to, it's, you know, the only way to find this again is to use Chat GPT and dictate in or type out this coordinate that you see right here so you can search it. I'm not going to do that right now, though. Okay, we're going to get to the main point. I don't know what happened to Bernie. If he wants to join, it's going to be too late soon. Just, oh yeah, more artwork, right? Where's this? Is this in Australia also? Okay, so this was out of place. That doesn't belong there. I wanted to keep them all in the same country. Now we're back in Australia. And I'll tell you something. It's like, it's very weird because this looks like a Japanese painting of trees in autumn to me. Like, I would love to put that on canvas as an artist. And I might just do it. And I don't have to copy it exactly. But those ridges are part of the picture, aren't they? There's one here. There's one over here. There's one over here. Are they going across water, or are they so old that the water's already gone around them? All right. This one, it almost looks like a 1900s cartography drawing. But this is actual Google Earth. So I do believe these mountains that are a different color were put there to control this water. Yeah, a big old mountain. And look at 7,000 feet. That's over a mile right there. So that's a mile of dirt somebody plopped down there. Do I think ancient humans did that? Hunter-gatherers? No. Giants? Maybe. Aliens? Maybe. I don't know. According to Tyrone, the Anunnaki came from under the water, not from the planet Nibiru. And he's done his research. This is right there at the Richat Structure. I want to go there. This is the quarrying in Tassil Najer. This serpentine is really long, and I do believe that's quarrying that you're looking at. And there's 200 kilometers of this stuff over there. They're calling it a natural Ergchek, Algeria. Okay, this, believe it or not, that's the Atlas Mountains. These ridges were put on the ground different ways. Mali. Okay, those mountains are hundreds of lines in a row. Okay, now, I don't know if Bernie's here. I was excited to talk to Bernie because he was talking about going to Montana. I was excited to talk to Tyrone because he's been motivating me to get back online and do more live streams. But what got me started today, sorry, I got a cough really bad. I'll just leave that. What got me started today were these slides right there. First, let's talk about what's going on in Idaho. Okay, I just discovered this during a live stream. We went up to Idaho in the live stream and discovered that there are all these dimples everywhere. Oh yeah, I know what I can do. I literally got some points on Google Earth. Idaho Mound Field. This is perfect. This is perfect. Look at all those markers. So all those, and I don't know why there's a perfect circle in the middle of farming. That's farming. That's modern day. Those circles are those sprinklers. If you don't know what those are, those sprinklers are, they go around in the middle like a clock, and they create these circles on Google Earth. And you've got this circle. I don't know what's wrong with this land right in the middle. Do you? Maybe you know. I don't know. What's that? What's this? I didn't look at this. We got something going on here. What is that? It's fenced. It looks like you can still walk right in. It looks like maybe there's water for cows. Maybe some corrals for animals there. So, but I don't see any animals. All right. So maybe animals wandering through the desert find themselves here, and then they go and grab them because it's literally in the middle of this big valley. in Idaho. Okay, so let's make sure it's north. That really messed me up before, didn't it? All right, this is crazy. Now look, we can go into these places. Unfortunately, you can't really see it. Okay, what's going on here? Let's get rid of that. Reset to north. Let's get rid of that. Can I go to all these different places? So you can kind of see the mounds, but when you go to the, what's the other thing I was going to do? I lost my, okay. All right, here's what we'll do. Make it easy. We'll just grab the location and we'll go to Cal Topo and we will visit each one individually and look at the mounds in each one. What's going on here? Why is it being difficult? I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's try this. Go. Start mapping. Come on. All right, here we are. And why did it put us there? I don't know. Because that's where I was last, if I recall. I went to Spanish Peaks. All right, can we see the mounds here? Yes, you got to get in closer. There they are. Look at all those dimples. What natural explanation in geology can make those dimples? What natural explanation is out there that can make those dimples? And those are not dimples. Those are mounds. Those are mounds in Idaho. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to this one. All the way over there. And take a look at these mounds. Can we zoom in and look at them? Those are trees, right? Those are bushes. Those are not mounds. However, the LiDAR ignores those trees. The LiDAR grabs just the earth. So here's more mounds. Okay, barely any mounds. This chaotic stuff, this is what I call a lava field. There's a volcanic source. I kind of wonder about these grooves at the top right there. I've seen those in the Sahara Desert. This is a lava field. There's a nearby cinder cone. Dare I say volcano? Okay, where are we? As we back out, let's look at this area as we back it out. So again, sorry, I got to wipe my nose. What attracted me to this area was this mound in the middle of this valley. And there's a few. So, and there's that two that I was just looking at. And so if I could, if I had a way to, let's back out and look at all of them in the same valley. As you can see, you've got agriculture up here on the side, but you've got this valley that's kind of here. As we back out, you can kind of see, there it is right there. Let's look at it again in the Cal Topo. You can definitely see that structure over here. It's right there. That structure, Fort Hall, is right here, Fort Hall. And lots of agriculture in them. It looks chaotic, but if you look at, sorry, maybe I'm wrong. I take it back. The agriculture is in the valley along this edge near Idaho Falls, near Springfield, Idaho. And going back out, we look and we see the chaotic mountains up here at the top. And we can see that this valley kind of closes off over here, and you can probably pass through flat floodplains, but I wouldn't call it a valley anymore. This is an open valley. I wonder what the name is. Maybe we can find it right here. What's the name of this valley? We have a couple of names. Lava Field Cinder Cone 2. Idaho. Sun Valley. But I don't see any valley over there where it says Sun Valley. Craters of the Moon National Monument and Reserves. Preserves, I should have said. Okay, so this valley, and you can see my point down here. I've got down here, I think I grabbed the lava field because it was a landmark. I don't believe that this has the dimples, or I should say the reverse dimples, the pimples. I guess that's where the word came from. It's the opposite of dimple is pimple, right? All right, let's just put that location in here and take a closer look at it. I don't think we're going to see anything. All right, that's the one thing here. These little pimples all over. Okay, now you are seeing a few of them, in my opinion. But this is a lava field, so I don't really think we're going to see. Look at that little crater right there. There's a lot of interesting things to see in this lava field, but we don't see the pimples. If we go a little north, we might see some here. There they are. They start to appear. So really what I think I was doing with this is showing the southernmost point I found them. Over here, this place, I'm going to grab that. It's pretty close to the lava field. See that little circle over in the top, in the right. Let me just, before we do, we're going to zoom out just to see where we are, and then that'll zoom us back in. Okay, let's hit enter. All right, and I guess the sad thing about this presentation today is that I didn't talk about the thumbnail until just right now, an actual hour and 10 minutes into the presentation. So that's sad, and I think a lot of people navigated away. I still have 6 viewers. Thank you for that. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for sharing the video. And what I can probably do is create a short. I just want to show these pimples one last time. Here you can see residences. You can see how, oh, that's agriculture. But the pimples are all around this stuff. Okay, there they are. Where did the pimples come from? This I got to show Robert Schock. This is going to have to turn into a different video, a short. All right, we're finished talking about the pimples. Now the last thing we're going to talk about, yeah, so as you can see, oh yeah, look, okay, wait a minute. I want to show you something. The pimples go way up here. The pimples go way up here, okay? So the pimples are everywhere. There's more, even some up here. So they're not just that valley, okay? This is Idaho. And actually the 5 goes right through there. So next time I'm visiting Montana, I'm going to go right through there. I'm going to try to find some of these pimples. And I'm going to try to find out what kind of material is in there. If you dig up a pimple, what's the material? Dig a pimple. I'm going to have a GoFundMe. All right, guys. Thank you for staying with me this whole damn time. This whole damn time. And here I'm going to do a presentation on the Colorado new 22 million ton rock wall dam. It's a dam in Colorado. And it's already built. Okay, watch this video by Aaron Witt. This shows the bathtub that it's going to create. Now, do you have homes in there? You probably do have a couple homes. This will probably never be full in our lifetime, right? There's the dam right there. And what is the main separation thing? It's this structure here. Okay, someone, maybe we can still have one last chance at getting somebody in here. Nope. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't believe we're going to have any visitors. Thank you, Heidi. I'm not done yet. I'm just about done. This is going to be its own video, but sheesh. Okay. I'm pretty sure they're done. Just somebody randomly texting me. Okay, so what do you see in the middle of the dam? That is made of asphalt. Asphalt. Okay, and when you talk about asphalt, in my house, it's a completely different topic. Same color. That machine actually puts down a layer of asphalt. Now, I don't know what it's doing right there, but I'll show you later how they lay this stuff down. They didn't build, okay, so how deep does that layer of asphalt? That's an impermeable layer, so the water does not penetrate that dam because of the asphalt. Now, when it lays it down 9 inches at a time. So that thing had to pass over 500 times. Wait, is that right? It's 500 feet. And so if you want to say a foot is not 9 inches. So to get to a foot, you had to do it twice, right? So it's 500 feet. You had to do more than 500 passes, 9 inches at a time. Now, this close-up shows the machine not only applies a 9-inch layer of asphalt to the project. It started 500 feet down like 3 years ago. By the way, there's a great time lapse video at the end. Maybe we'll go there and I'll show the time lapse on my video. I don't want to steal content, but it's worth it to see how it was basically these passes. They called them a pass. Oh, wait, is that the word? They called them a lift. I can't remember what they called it, but they were happening 9 inches at a time. However, what I want to show you here is not only did they put the asphalt down 9 inches at a time, they simultaneously put down 9 inches of stone on each side. And I learned they call it the shoulder stone. So the shoulders are what I'm trying to show you in all this ancient stuff. Okay, they put this machine, they fill it with the shoulder material, and they also fill it with the asphalt, and it simultaneously lays down a layer. Okay, wait a minute. Come on now. Am I going the wrong way? Okay, I was going the wrong way. And the reason why was, what? That's it? All right, we got to go to the video. The Aaron Witt video. Because what I'm trying to show you is basically, oh, there's Bernie messaging me now. Are you still in? You just woke up? Well, it's almost over. Too late, bro. Let's start a new one. Let's start a new one. Or postpone. Because the reason why I want him on my channel is to share your call. I wanted him to share his Tesla tech. Okay. I'm going to finish this, and if he wants to do the Tesla tech presentation, start a new one. Okay, but we're going to finish this right now. All right, so the last point here with this is basically I believe that these structures that I just presented to you, and yeah, when you look at this line here, Shiprock has 3 of these ridges. The ridges have the same thing as this dam. Now, here's the thing. That's asphalt on the left. However, when you watch the video, they mentioned that they've got a option to use other materials, not just asphalt. They've also got the option to use clay. Clay. And when I heard that, it blew my mind. Now, wait a minute. Why is it not in the presentation I just showed you? I thought I put it in here. No, I didn't put it in there. Okay, so I totally failed. I got to put in one thing in this presentation, and that's why we have a learning. If you want to go back to where I went in Pytown, I've got a lot more material on it. And what I need to show you right now is not in the presentation, but it's definitely located in my Twitter profile. I don't know why I don't have it, but I'm just going to grab it real quick. How can I get it faster? Okay, I can get it faster another way. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, let's do it this way. I'm going to just copy it and paste it right into this presentation. Let me just make some space for it. So sorry I have to do this live, but it's kind of I was going in a different direction at the beginning of this presentation. Control D, 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 D. Okay, we're going to put them right here. I'm going to grab them and place them for you. I just have to make I got to get the presentation. I gave this to somebody. Yeah, there it is right here. Is that it? No. Where is it? Okay, I'm going to find it in a moment. One moment, please. Yeah, there it is. Got it. Let me copy it. Let me paste it. I guess I only have the one picture. All right. So sorry about that. So this is the material at the spine of Pytown. So when I told you that I went to Pytown, I'm going to just zoom right in here. I went to this place here. There were these 2 long ridges. I went ahead and visited it. I climbed it. I got on the top of the one next to Pytown. there's the road, how it cuts through. So you can see how tall it is. And then the last part is here. That's the other ridge. And I got some of that material. It's ferromagnetic. It's ferromagnetic, meaning a magnet sticks to it, just like sage wall. And this one, I got up there and I got to the very top of the spine. So this is why I want to slideshow it to you. This is what it looks like up there at the top. So I actually should incorporate that into my thumbnail. Totally failed, but we finally got there. And we are only 1 hour and 16 minutes into the presentation before I got there. Thank you, 5 viewers, for tolerating that. We're almost finished. Last minute for some comments. I just wanted to show that one more time. Let me just grab these 3. New Mexico right there. I'm going to copy them. I'm going to duplicate them. And I'm going to grab them. I'm going to drag them all the way to the top. Because, honestly, this is where this needs to be addressed. Right here. So we got ship rock, right? Ship rock is a different material than what's in Pytown, obviously. And in some of those locations, because this guy who took this picture, Brad McGinley, took the photo. It's a Getty image I found yesterday. But what you see there in Shiprock is clearly the shoulders are put there. Now, if you watch the video on the modern day on the left, the shoulders are put there to add strength. They do 3 things. They're like buttresses. They add strength. You're not going to have a 500-foot asphalt wall that's 24 inches wide. And yes, that is 24 inches wide, that asphalt. It's actually quite spongy. They add the last layer in the video, and he steps on it. And, of course, it barely budges the first time you step on it, but then he waddles his foot, and it becomes like Jell-O. And that was I don't know if that's a really good idea thing to do, but they're at the top and they're going to cap it off. So you're not going to even see that when they're done with it, in my opinion. You're not even going to see that asphalt. However, the asphalt is 24 inches wide, 500 feet tall, and it is the impermeable part of that dam. The clay is the alternative material that could be used in there. Now, tell me that this doesn't look like clay to you. However, this clay is ferromagnetic. Now, the stuff at Shiprock, I don't remember anybody putting a magnet on it. I do believe that maybe I did try it once at Shiprock, and maybe it's not ferromagnetic. I can't recall. But Nikki Anna Jones went there, and she swears she can see the layers that are used to create these things. Now, that looks like stones. I kind of feel like they were using, Nikki Anna Jones claims she could see polygonal shapes in these layers. So there's not just straight horizontal lines. Let me cough. When you look at the horizontal lines, you can't see them here because let's see if we can find Mike Collins' drone footage real quick on. I want to have it all in one place, right? So I'm going to have to tolerate an advertisement. You know, I've been using Brave more and more because Brave doesn't have the advertising that Chrome has. It's just a shame. Google decided I don't live in Taiwan and that I shouldn't pay the Taiwan price. And they canceled my subscription to the premium service. Okay, let me just search Shiprock, drone footage. This has got to be Mike's, right? We got Drone Bastard. We got Jaffe. That looks pretty good. I'm looking for Mike Collins. I want to promote him. We got Ron Burkett. We got a lot of drone footage, but no Mike Collins. No Mike Collins. Where's Mike Collins? Oh, the Wandering Wolf. Mike Collins. Not finding it. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, yeah, it's Wandering Wolf. I found it. Yeah, perfect. Oh, no music. Sorry, no music. And let's just drag this in here and show it. I just want to show when you're looking at up close, we can find out what Nikki was talking about. Let's get a little closer. Okay, he does some great shots. And you can see on the side the striations as we get a little closer. Let's get up close. All right, let's get close. Now he's at Shiprock right now. That's Shiprock. I don't really care about Shiprock itself. I mean, it is the big mystery, isn't it? It's taller than Devil's Tower. Unfortunately, this video doesn't seem to have the up close stuff that Nikki was talking about. I think this is going to be the best chance we're going to get right here. Okay, he's doing a flyover right here. All right, perfect. That's the best I can do for you. But as you can see, even though there is a horizontal intelligence to the way, it also has a polygonal stacking to it. It could be some kind of mortar. And yeah, the shoulders would have been on both sides of it. Are they the same material, those shoulders? Let's take a look at this. Are those shoulders the evidence of eroding, degradation? I don't think so. I don't think that's what would happen here. Those shoulders were put up there to hold that central core straight up and down. I got a bunch of people think Dave Hansen's crazy. All right, I'm going to stop stealing. Oh, by the way, the reason why I'm not subscribed is because I'm using my other account. I definitely will subscribe right away to my Wandering Wolf. And yeah, this is one of the so-called magmatic dikes. When you look at this from the sky, you don't see anything of the sort. Okay, we got to get a... unfortunately, I do have certain things prepared here. Let's just go down to Shiprock. And Shiprock is right down here. How do we find it? Oh my God, I'm never going to find it. The way to find it is it's just south of... Okay. It's hard to find. I mean, it's hard to look at the topographical map and find stuff. I guess I'll just... Oh, there we go. See this? That's the parallel ridges. So we're definitely going north of there. And when we get up to this clearing, we should be able to see it. There it is, right there. So there's Shiprock, and that specific ridge that we were looking at in the videos right here. Now, I did find some ancient burial mounds. And in my opinion, these ridges are just too symmetrical to be natural. There's also something going on way out here. Way out here, you have something out. Where was that? Maybe I got lost. Something over here as well. So I just don't think that stuff, they call it a volcanic plug, right? I just don't agree. What was the reason why I came here to show you? Gee, I forgot why I came here to show you this. Let's take a look at the comments. Last chance for last minute comments. We're almost out of here. I said I still have 8 people. Thank you for that thumbs up. And I talked about a lot of stuff in this last hour. And the most recent thing is this thing here is not the same material as this. These shoulders, you find them everywhere when you look at it. I guess I went there to show you the shoulders, right? Okay, one argument about the shoulders is, okay, you have to understand how the explanation is for these things. They say these magmatic dikes were cracks filled with magma. And then the surrounding crack material eroded away. I just don't see that here at all. I don't think so. I believe this was some type of a project where they were trying to separate liquids. And so when they made these ridges, you know, I just don't see the eroding happening this way, the so-called eroding. Oh, yeah, one reason why is the start stops. Sometimes you see how they place this stuff. It looks like a toothpaste, and there's a start and there's a stop. I did that in another video. It's too hard to get into right now, like right there. And oh, I know where one of them is. One of the start stops is in the north-south mountain in Spanish Peaks, which is right over here. Spanish Peaks, I guess it's a little farther south down here. Am I right? Spanish Peaks, right there. That's it? No? Spanish Peaks, where is it? There, it's down here. Kind of hard to find when you're looking at it through the topographic. I believe I can zoom in and find it right there. You're like, is David ever going to end this video? There's so many spots, you know. There it is right there. That's the Spanish Peaks. And the start-stop thing I'm talking about is here, right on the top of it. To me, if you were placing this impermeable spine down and you were doing it a little bit bigger than 9 inches at a time. Okay, this isn't very focused, unfortunately. That thing looks like they stopped right here. It looks like a big old toothpaste or the bag that a chef uses to put frosting on a cake. And they stopped there and then they started again. Or am I talking about over here? Anyways, I talked about that in another video. I'll try to find it, and because I was looking for it more recently. So this wall is going perfectly north-south, by the way. Perfectly north-south right there. Am I wrong? I mean, come on. So in addition to being totally sus when it comes to its placement around this mountain, we also have some totally sus east, west, north, south mountains here. That one is the north, south. The east, west stuff is down here. Okay, I'm actually hiccuping now. Thank you, Heidi. Not only am I going to thank you for the fact that you've commented, you've stuck with me to the very end, and it's been 90 minutes. So you were my first comment when you said good evening at 10:17 a.m. here in California. In the desert outside, it is 103 degrees. And actually, we are getting a little bit of relief from the 120 degree temperature. Thank you. Your opinion is very valuable to me. And yeah, it does look like a long wall. And in my opinion, this whole structure that we're looking at here, I think was created to keep the water in the Rocky Mountains and stop it from flowing into the plains of the United States. Y'all have a great evening. Let's I don't have an intro video or an outro video added yet, but I do at least have music, and I love the song so much.
A reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change.
I'll just scroll a little bit.
You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same.
What's a new comment?
Can't bear the things I've had to face.
Okay, I've never been to South Africa
crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change.
I've been to the Richat Structure 3 times, and I'm gonna go back.
You'll break your back to make me feel again.
Oh, you're in Denmark.
Suffocate to make me breathe again.
Oh, not live. No, I'm not gonna do it live.
Lose your mind from endless prayer.
We can do that right now. But I don't know.
Cause some things never change, never
mute my microphone. I'm not talking anymore. Y'all have a good day.
Redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. They say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, but they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless prayer.
trying to find what Mike was talking about, but I got, where's my other? Now I'm going to mute my microphone again, but I'm still looking at the comments, but I'm ending the stream anytime. If you don't know why you're here, you might as well leave now. I'm just looking for what Mike was talking about. Hello, Danish person Heidi. Thank you.